Hey loves, and thanks for tuning back in to Shashawnaxoxo. And in this video, we're basically going to talk about beginner makeup brushes. So I am a new makeup wearer that really helped me in developing my skills as the makeup inspired artist as I am becoming. You guys like that? Basically, I keep my makeup. I have my concealer in there. I keep my makeup brushes in this little tin. You can get this for $1 at the dollar store, I believe, or at Target. I got mine at Target in the little dollar section. So as you can see, I got a variations of brushes, and I'm going to go through them all with you guys and kind of try to remember where I got some of them from, because it's been about 2 years since I kind of started makeup. So the first thing I want to show you guys is this E.L.F. Daily Brush Cleaner, and you can find this at Target, Walmart, online, wherever. And E.L.F. is very famous for inexpensive makeup cosmetics. Daily brushes. I just take this, especially because some of my brushes are dirty right now, but I don't want any like bacteria or anything, so I just take it, give it a few pumps. You can go crazy with it, you can put a little bit on it, or whatever the case may be. So basically, I'm going to start with my face brushes. This E.L.F. brush, I'm not sure what it's called, but it's like a domed, kind of like, it's not a flat top brush, but it's a fluffy brush. I don't know the terminology, but it looks like this, and I will have everything linked down below. I mean, this brush, it's white at the tips, like where it's brown at, but I use it for applicating some foundation that I just did in a recent video, and for a look I did earlier this week. So it is dirty, and this brush is just so nice for just even application of foundation, whatever you really want to use, powder or anything. So this is just how I use it, a demonstration. I just go in circular motions and just work my way down or up where I'm going. Very, very great foundation brush. Also, there's something similar to it, but it's more condensed. Like, this is fluffy, but this is more condensed, and it's like you can kind of pack in your foundation because of the flat top on this brush. Now, I got this brush from, I'm pretty sure I Wish. Like, I got it with the set, because there's like this one and this one. So I'm just gonna go through these real quick. This is great for foundation. This is great for concealer. This is great for doing anything to kind of pack it in. This is kind of good for contouring, but I wouldn't kind of recommend this brush for contouring. I'm going to recommend another brush for contouring. This one is just like, this is good for contouring because it's at an angle, so you can kind of pack this in. And there is a similar brush to this. It's more fluffy, like the like this brush is like fluffy instead of this flat top brush. And basically this is cheap quality, because you can literally, I don't know if you guys can see the hair, but the hair is like 2 hairs are sticking out of this. And but it served its purpose. It's still serving its purpose. This brush I use, this is kind of like a tapered brush. It tapers up to a point, as you guys can see, and as you guys can see, it is orange color corrector on this brush. I do use this brush to color correct, and I color correct under my eyes. As you guys can see, I do have heavy bags, and they are lines, okay, lines. And I do have discoloration on my chin from facial hair. And Beauty Blender. It's $25 for this one sponge, but this one sponge can take you so far with just a little water. I love it because, say you caked on your foundation a little bit too heavy that day, right? You put some water on this, it kind of takes some of that foundation off, blends it flawlessly. It blends out your concealer flawlessly. Some people even prefer to use the Beauty Blender. I know they have some smaller versions, black, all types of versions of the Beauty Blender, or like different brands like Real Techniques that has their own version of a sponge. But I personally like the Beauty Blender, and I do want to try the Real Techniques one. Leave a comment down below how much you love the Real Techniques or the Beauty Blender, and what's your preference. is. But basically mine is dirty right now again because I was doing a makeup look with this. And another beginner friendly tool. This is kind of optional because you still have this flat top brush that I showed you guys before, but this is really just precise in contouring, and it's just basically a flat top brush, and it's just really dense and compact. So when you got that contour right here, you could just go on around your hairline where you typically, and you can do like a 3. So I'm going to show you guys like 3, and that's where you should contour. So from your hairline to your cheeks to your chin or jawline, and basically you could just take this and it just gets it, just gets it. That's why I have to feature this brush, and it is by E.L.F, so you can find this in Walmart, Target, wherever. Let's see, I'm just doing this video randomly. Now I got these brushes from basically after Christmas. I found these brushes at Walgreens, and I said they used to be $10, but I think they were like $5. It was like a kit of 10, but these two are literally my favorite. Now this is just like a fluffy brush, but I would use this for powder, like gets to the point. You can use this for really any like loose powder. I would just recommend this brush for powder, and it just looks like this. Kind of looks like the E.L.F brushes, but not the E.L.F brush, guys, not the E.L.F brush. This one, I love this brush. Like, this brush is so good for packing in concealer in this area, and you could just really get in those nooks and crannies. Like, it just makes it so much easier. Or even trying to like contour my nose, like if I have like a little too much, you know, this can just go in and just blend it flawlessly for me. So those two are my favorite brushes from that set. And basically every girl, I feel like, should have a contour brush. Now this is a smaller version of a contour brush, but with this it's a little bit more work, but some people still have their preference. And this is just, say you first put on your concealer, this is good to just kind of paint it on there and kind of get it in that area. Or maybe you like to apply your concealer with this brush and then go in with like the beauty blender or a brush to kind of give you that flawless application. But this is really good for, like I said, painting it on, or it's good for drawing your contour because it has that pointed, you see what I'm saying, that pointed tip, tapered kind of thing, so it's kind of easy for you to contour your nose. So I'm just giving you guys some examples on how you can do this. Now I don't have the fan brush, but when I am using highlighters, I like to use this fluffy brush. It's very soft and delicate, and I might just hold it like this and then just kind of use my highlighter and just kind of get some of that. I will use a little because I don't want to go crazy and just build up as I go, but kind of fanning out. Or I've seen a beauty hack where you can use a bobby pin and kind of hold it. It'll hold it in place for you and kind of make it into a fan brush for you. And then you just kind of go and you just sweep that highlighter on top of that contour, baby. I'm acting like I'm doing some makeup, but I'm not. And do your Cupid's bow, and then that E.L.F cleaner just makes this thing smell so good. I highly recommend that E.L.F cleaner. And so I'm going to get into some eyeshadow brushes right now. And so I have to go to show you guys my #1 eyeshadow brush. And dang it, yep, it's gone. I can't even tell you guys the name of this, but I got this in an Ipsy bag back when I did have Ipsy bags. Let me try to kind of show you guys. It is kind of dirty because I literally use this every time I use eyeshadow. But it's very dense, compact. I love the pink and white theme it has going on. I literally love this brush so much, and I wish I knew the name. I wish I knew the name so I could repurchase it or purchase more brushes from this brand. But I've had this brush for 2 years and it's just not getting a little raggedy. Like, ooh, I did not mean to do that. But if your brushes do that, get some hot glue gun and you're all set to go. But I've had this brush for literally like maybe 2-3 years and it's still holding up, it's still performing, and it still works better than a lot of new brushes that I bought. So that's my first recommendation. If you can find a brush similar to that, get it. Now these brushes that I'm going to show you, all I purchased every last one of them from the Dollar Tree. So go, when you at the Dollar Tree, go in there, because these Wet n Wild brushes are nothing to step over. So basically I bought, one of them is older than the other. This is the older one because the print is like basically faded. And it's basically just a crease brush. So you know, you get your eyeshadow on your brush, and then you just go into your crease. You go into that crease with this brush. It's fluffy and it just applies it so evenly. So I bought 2 of them because at the end of my eyeshadow application, I like to go in and just kind of blend all the colors together very lightly. And so that's why I bought 2 of them. And I noticed that this is my older version, but I feel like the one that I just currently bought is like a little more like wide, spreaded out. Like the hairs are flat, it's more spreaded out. So I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. That's why I would use it. That's why it's so dark, because I use this as my all around blend out brush. But also about Wet n Wild, they're cruelty free, so you don't have to worry about pets being hurt in the process of making these brushes, and they're $1. And basically, here's a smudger brush. Basically, you know, you go under this with your eye and you get that eyeshadow right underneath your eyes. And this is just really dense. It's very thin, which I like. I like that it's thin, because I have another one and it's very much more denser, but I kind of like the thinness of this brush, and it just makes it so much easier. Another thing that I love about Wet n Wild brushes is that they have this little point where you can just, it's just easier for you to hold the brush. It's like a little grip on it. So I really love this brush. This is great for when you're trying to get fancy and advanced in makeup. So basically, this is a contour brush that I bought from Wet n Wild. Basically same concept. You can, but this one's a little bit bigger, so you know, you can kind of just paint it on there like I explained with the other one. And then this one is just a big eyeshadow brush. Now I'm not sure, I guess this would be kind of nice when you have a cut crease. I haven't done cut creases, but I'm not really sure if this is good for cut creases. But I know it's kind of good for beginners where you're only sticking to the 2 to 3 color range. I'm still in the 3 color range. I use a crease color, like a darker color in the corner of my eye, and then I go with my lighter color on my lid. So I will kind of use this for my lid, just especially for if I want the main color to be like taken over. I will use this. So say if you're doing like a bright eye color, you kind of want that bright eye shadow to like pop out more than anything else. So that's when I would kind of recommend that brush. Let me bring it out, this brush. Now, this brush is from Ecotools. I already know everybody, I'm pretty sure a lot of people know this dual-ended brush. Now, this is the smudger brush that I really don't like. The denseness, it just makes it kind of hard for me, the way my eye shape is, for me to, sorry guys, I'm trying to put that down. But for me to kind of get underneath my eyes, it just makes it hard. I mean, it just doesn't work for me, so I don't really use this end. But this end, this is like my favorite crease brush. It's just small and it's just precise. Like, this is for precision. This is when you really want that color to just be right in the crease, like nowhere else. This brush is, and it's nice and soft, and I love this brush set. I think I have another one, but I might have lost it. Trying to check real quick, and I might have lost it again. I lost that joker. So, no, I didn't lose it. So basically, this one is basically the eyeshadow brush. I rarely use this brush because I have so many other preferences. But this is still good to use. It's nice and fluffy. It's soft, and it'll just get it right in the eyelid like you want it. And this is basically an angled brush. You can use this for so many things. Your eyebrows. You can use this for your eyebrows.